Well, hello there. This is Mark Edelman, speech-language pathologist, and welcome to the teaching of talking. Okay, we're just going to get situated here. Well, good morning. So this particular video today is going to be about the challenges and the problems, or we could say the problems and the challenges of aphasia and apraxia. And boy, they are many. And not only are they many for the people who have aphasia and apraxia, but there are also a lot of problems and challenges for their therapists who are dealing with the apraxia and with the aphasia. And they are numerous. And in a lot of cases where I've seen patients with severe apraxia, they come to me and they say their neurologist and their speech pathologist said that they would never speak again. And we found that with the approach that we used, we were able to help them speak again. Now, is it a quick situation? Is it a quick fix? No. But people, if they know that they're working on their speech and their speech is getting better, then, just in about every single human endeavor, whenever we're working on anything and we're seeing improvement, we want to continue and master it. So anyway, so this is a video about the challenges and problems of aphasia. Now, I think I might do a couple of videos on this because there are so many challenges for those with aphasia and apraxia, but I'm only going to talk about a very general subject today, and I think probably this week I'll make a number of videos on this subject. Okay, so the other day I was working with somebody and they said, "Oh, this isn't going to work." Okay. It just, I can't see this ever going to work. And I just started seeing them, and I knew that there was a solution, and I knew that I was in the process of finding the solution, because one of the things about any particular problem or challenge is that you've got to find a solution. Now, most of the time, caregivers, they don't know what the heck to do. They don't have any training or background in aphasia or apraxia. And so it's very easy to give up or to get frustrated or anxious and just be overwhelmed. And, that's a particular characteristic of many of the people that I see for the first time. They are overwhelmed. They've been told by their doctors that their loved one isn't going to speak again. They've been told by their therapist their loved one isn't going to speak again. But you know something? The whole secret to life, and I believe this very, very strongly, is if you have a challenge or you have a problem, you don't stop, you figure it out. Okay? And there are millions of solutions to just about everything, and most of us don't know these solutions. So this person said yesterday, "Oh, I can't do it. I've tried before, I can't do it. I thought maybe you'd be able to help me, but I can't do it, blah, 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 blah." And so I just worked with them, and then I thought of a way to help them. And then I started to employ that with them during that visit. And before you knew it, they said, "Holy smokes, I've been able to say things I've never been able to say before. I've been able to say things that music therapists, speech therapists, doctors said I would never be able to say before." Well, that's only because the individual didn't give up. The individual looked somewhere else when they had a problem. And You've heard it before. I'm going to go to the ends of the earth until I find a solution to this. You've heard people say that before. Or, I'm going to die trying. That's another expression. Okay? And these are expressions by people who will find the answer in many cases. They will, because they have an attitude. And the attitude is that if I have a challenge, and if I can't figure it out, then I'm going to find somebody else to help me figure it out. That's all. Plain and simple. If somebody's been told something like you can't talk, you don't accept that as gospel, okay? You don't accept that as being the final say, okay? You don't accept that as the verdict, because typically it's not the verdict. Typically, that person has told you that because they don't have the answer either. So they say, well, since I don't know the answer, then you're not going to achieve it. You're not going to be able to do it. And that's the attitude, okay? Now, there are other people, other therapists, there are other friends and acquaintances who have a can-do attitude, and they say, we'll figure it out. And we'll go to whatever lengths are necessary to achieve what we want to do. Now, that's the can-do attitude, and that's the attitude that is necessary to overcome a problem. The attitude that will fail each and every time if you say, well, I haven't found anything that works as of yet, so I guess there isn't a solution. You don't want to think like that, because if you think like that, you're going to be left out. You're going to be left on the sidelines of life, okay? So here's the suggestion. Whenever you're at a point, whether it's in therapy or whether it's in any aspect of life, and you're not getting the results you want, you've got to start looking elsewhere. You've got to start talking to people. You've got to start contacting, doing Google searches, doing YouTube searches, doing all kinds of things, Google searches, all of these things, and you've got to trace down every clue. It's like being a detective. It's like being Sherlock Holmes. Now, Sherlock Holmes, when he'd see something happen, when he'd see a murder or whatever it was, he wouldn't say, oh, well, it's another one bit the dust, I'll see you later. Now, there are detectives who are like that, but they're not that many. But you don't want somebody like that working on your team. You want somebody who will track down the person that will help you. It's like being a detective, like a murder detective. It's a mystery, okay? So think about a challenge or a problem as a mystery. And you're like Sherlock Holmes. Or anybody like that, or, some of the famous detectives that were on TV. Matlock, he was like a lawyer, but, they get to the bottom of it, okay? And that's what you have to do. You have to get to the bottom of the situation. You've got to find the resources, and then you've got to utilize them, use them. And you'll know soon enough if that solution is good for you or not good for you. And if it's not good for you, then stop and go back to the drawing board, become a detective again, and search for a solution, because a solution is out there. This is Mark Edelman, speech-language pathologist. I hope you liked this little video today. I sure did. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please do that too. Now, if you are going to become like Sherlock Holmes and become a member of the Sherlock Holmes Club, then you'll want to look down below the video where there are lots of links, lots of things you can click on. You can reach me, you can set up a free initial consultation, you can do a lot of things. You can even learn the teaching of a talking method for apraxia or aphasia. So anyway, if you'd like to explore the possibility of something else, okay, something different, something very different that is different because it was developed out of decades of practice, okay, working with people with aphasia and apraxia and taking a dogged attitude to find solutions to help people talk. So this is Mark Edelman, speech-language pathologist. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget that you're going to become like a Sherlock Holmes and find a solution to whatever speaking problem you may have. And don't hesitate to contact me, because I'm more than willing to help you out in any way that I can. So have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. And of course, have a great lifetime. Bye-bye now.